Hey, everybody.
Wait, hold on. Hold on, it just went live. Hey, everybody!
Yay! We'll just keep going. Welcome to the OBT Show. I'm Brendan.
I'm Chris.
And this is the first virtual session of the OBT Show.
We're separated by miles in distance.
Not many miles. It's just convenience.
Yeah.
You're not going to be driving an hour north, and I'm not going to be driving that far out either, to be quite honest. No, I would. I would for you. Would you drive? You would drive up. You did drive up.
I think people would test our dedication to each other if we didn't drive the hour.
But we're going to do some live in-person ones again at some point.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, you came up that random time that we did the one with Daniel. Hey, shout out to Daniel.
Hey, Daniel.
Yay, Daniel.
He saw Transformers.
This is being recorded, too, which is weird because I'm not used to that. So if I'm going to be staring off to the side, I apologize in advance.
Oh, look who it is. Your face got big.
What do you mean my face got big?
I don't know, on my screen.
Oh.
Technology.
I'm 5. So we have a lot to talk about. Sort of. We're not quite sure. We had some things. But we haven't seen each other in a couple weeks in person. But really...
Yeah, there's a lot of varying degrees of how much information we can keep stored in our head.
I feel like that's the problem. But now we got this such situated. We're going to have a schedule.
A schedule
on Sundays.
Okay.
That's a peek behind the curtain. So I think Sundays work out best for us.
You're telling them. You're telling me. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, no. Well,
okay.
I think so. Unless because your job, you get back late, so you can't really do it on a weekday that well.
That is true. It's I'm in the city, and commuting, so it's like a 13-hour day.
That sucks.
A little bit.
I just passed judgment on your job. That sucks. But we're going to keep doing this on the regular because we're stoked. I know I'm jumping around. We made a list of stuff, but we're going to Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con. Yay! Javits
Center, we will rock that.
I'm very excited for that. And I think a lot has been talked about with San Diego Comic-Con, what's going to happen there. There's a lot of panels being discussed, so you're not going to get much news about New York. The only news, though, is that a lot of people were pissed because they tried their best New York Comic-Con to prevent scalpers from taking up tickets, and they failed miserably.
Oh, on their service, they made the queue.
Yeah, they made a queue.
It was bad.
Yeah, it did not work out well. And tickets are online now for hundreds of dollars.
Wait, for individual day tickets?
Yeah.
Oh God, that's awful.
I know.
I thought last year what they did was they had the smart passes, so that way it locked people onto. Like when I got my card, it was like register, so it's on your name, and I was like, okay. Right. So does that?
I think that's out the window.
Oh wow!
Because if you go on StubHub for one-day tickets, I forget what the cost was originally, but let's say I think it was like maybe $100 or something like that for one pass. It's now selling for about $300, $400 on StubHub.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's a huge, huge difference, and people are not happy about it, obviously. So I don't know what happened, because they seem to do, you're right, it was queued specifically to us as individuals. When we went there, we had to check in with a little path, and then we were able to get in, but otherwise, I don't know.
Yeah, I that's unfortunate because there's a lot of people that are really, really excited to go, and once they saw the date for sales, they made plans to be on their computer and be ready to buy, and it's disheartening especially for a day where it's all about being nerdy and the nerd community. It shouldn't be about now you have to pay exorbitant fees, and because some guy was like, haha, I got on there first and I bought 20 passes. It's the same thing, I guess, with sports, too, which I don't understand, but,
Do you think that when they got the passes, they went, yes!
It's very evil.
I feel like I'm overcompensating because we're on video now. I'm like, yeah, look at me.
Yeah, but we can do stuff with our hands. What do I do with my hands? I don't
know. I've been leaning up against the wall for no reason. Like I need support. I'm drunk. which I'm not.
Hey,
I'm not.
Hey, OBT Show fan. Hey, you don't
Welcome
know.
to
You don't even know. Batman's my best friend.
I'm Batman. And Tony Stark is me. So yeah, Comic-Con, we're going to be there. It's going to be exciting. We're going to have business cards. I hyped this up because that's a big step for us.
Yes.
I'm very excited.
Very much.
Business cards. And
we missed the boat on that one last year.
yes, we did. Yes, we did. Quick story. We tried to get it that day, and I called the company. I won't say who. I don't honestly remember who it was.
Yeah,
but
I don't remember who.
We called the company, and they were like, "We can do it for $600." I was like,
yeah, it was crazy.
I was like, "What? I only wanted 50 business cards." And they're like, to get it designed, everything, $600. And I told you, and you're like, "Nope, let's just go."
Nope. And I designed them on on Word, just placing images and text, just like, this is the only program I have to work with.
I forgot about that. It wasn't like we had Photoshop or anything decent. It was like, what does Clippy say? What does Clippy mean now that we have
Clippy says
cards?
to
He came up and was like,
slide it
"Are you
over to the
trying
left,
to
so we're
make a
gonna slide to
business
the
card?" He's like, "Yeah, you're trying to make a half-ass business card. Can I help you?"
Hey, you know what? But we survived last year, and we will survive even better this year.
We will, because now we're veterans, and we talked about this before, where we're going to be more focused, and we're not so much like, Comic-Con. We're going to be more like, it's Comic-Con, we got business to do.
Oh yeah, no, I think Thursday will be our nerd out day, because we're going to be like, it'll be more room. The show floor is a little bit emptier, so we can be like, oh my god, I want to go to this booth, I want to go to this booth, I want to do this thing. Then Friday and Saturday, it's like, business.
Yeah. And I think part of the, I know Travis was supposed to come. I don't know if he is, though. Well, I gave him the info.
Travis.
I gave him the info, and I told him what to do. And I think he was heading off to Chicago, and
Okay.
I don't know how much he actually got done.
Well, we'll see.
Well, I think it's either press or bust, because everything else sold out.
Unless he wants to pay a crazy amount of money.
Right, unless he wants to go on
Online.
StubHub and pay a lot of money.
Yeah, no.
No. But we were talking before about, well, you brought it up, so you discussed about Superman.
Oh, yeah, they recently treated, it was a photo of him. It looked like it was a dark, rainy city. So it looked kind of sort of like it was Superman standing in Gotham. That's the impression that I got from it. So
Yeah.
it looked pretty cool. Do you have any other opinion? I mean,
Well, they did a nice compare and contrast to when Man of Steel came out, and it was a photo of Clark in Kansas, and he had the cape flowing, and he was very hopeful. This is like a really sad version of Clark, where he's not looking up to the sky, he's looking straight at the camera, or down, actually. So here's two things. One, I think it's a little too dark for Superman, but I know it's Batman versus Superman, Dawn of Justice. So I don't know if that's supposed to be the dawn coming, where Superman is taking the brunt of evil, and then he has to team up with Batman. Maybe that's what we'll get.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was kind of, I didn't really care.
yeah, I saw it, the costume just as much as, last year, or the last movie. It looks awesome. It's a really, really neat looking Superman outfit. It doesn't look so, like, flat, and you're like, But, yeah, it's kind of, it was, so far, all we've seen is really dark and depressing images. There's not a lot of levity so far for the movie, so hopefully we'll get to see something soon. There's a rumor that they're going to do a trailer for San Diego Comic-Con, and which is, I mean, there's always rumors about San Diego Comic-Con, so you never know.
Yeah, true. I don't know. I mean, I guess
Hopefully we'll see something.
We'll see something. I don't know if I'll like it. I don't know if you'll like it.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Pause for dramatic effect, and
Pause and cue. So that's happening, and we'll see. Probably, I think I'm still betting on the fact that at New York Comic Con we'll get a little bit more, since that's in October, and that's kind of gearing up for setting the tone for the next year, which is when this thing's supposed to come out. And we'll probably see Flash, Wonder Woman. Stephen Amell said he was not in as Green Arrow. He said thank you to the fans that were pushing for him to be in Justice League, but it's just not going to happen.
Flat out. And that's understandable.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of disappointing. I mean, it would be cool to give the guy a little bit of a bump, so to speak, put him over a little bit, to use some wrestling speak. And he's cheap. He's cheap. I mean, it's money, but he's cheap compared to the rest of them. So, I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to.
That's. I mean, if I was in that position and they were like, well, we're thinking about it, be like, done. I want half of whatever they're doing just to be in the movie, because the amount of exposure you get from being in that movie, plus you've got the TV show, that drives more people back to the TV show, and it's just good business. But what does DC know about good business? I don't separate all of our franchises and then shove them all together really quickly. Genius.
They already know who everybody is. Just put them all in one movie. Come on. You don't need to build a story.
We'll get a guy to play Aquaman. We don't know what we're going to do with him yet, but we're putting him in the movie.
There's a big executive meeting, and they're like, how do we get Batman and Superman and Aquaman, all these people together? And this guy goes, all right, this is what you do. Batman is like on a dock. He looks out, sees Aquaman. Aquaman says, hey. And then Superman flies in and was like, hi, guys, how are you? And Wonder Woman flies in a fancy invisible jet. She comes down, and they're like, hey, there's a lady. You look very wonderful. Guess what? You're Wonder Woman. They come together. There's a villain. There's a thing. It's a boom. It's an explosion. It's $1 million idea. You can print money off that.
I think I would have enjoyed that that pitch session. Just sitting there with like a cookie in hand, like starting to eat, like, yeah. Wait, hold on. I'll put this down. More? Oh, okay, all right. He's starting to wait. Explosions?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
And then you put the kid from Green Arrow in there, then you put the Flash in there, he runs around in a circle, and you put him off on the side, you do a sequel off of that kid, and then you get Darkseid, and then you get Bruce Wayne, and get Alfred, you get the whole thing. It's a fun thing. It's a fun kid movie. It's great. It's money.
It's amazing.
Print money. That's my imagination of a high-powered DC executive meeting.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So that's Superman, and then Transformers came out, which makes... I did not see it, full disclosure.
What?
Transformers.
Before? Yeah, I don't blame you for not seeing it.
Well, you didn't see it either.
Yeah, no, and I heard from someone that was excited to see it that it was...
Really?
Yeah, and that would be Mr. Daniel.
Wow.
Who was on our show previously. Shout out again to Daniel.
He needs to get on here and talk about his experience.
Oh, he's like, it was bad.
Wow. And he defended that on the last episode.
I know, and he was just like, I wish it was just bad. It was just a bad movie. Lots of action, but bad.
I remember, I mean, that weekend I was like, I'm not going to see it. I'm like, it's probably going to fail. And then I started reading Entertainment Weekly, and it was like, best Friday for the summer. And I was like, no. And then Sunday was like, #1 movie, million. I was like, no. Why? Why are people seeing this shit?
I mean, it's unfortunate because you have movies like Edge of Tomorrow, and that was a great movie. It was an awesome story, perfect. It was a nice, neat little package. They gave it to you. You could walk away with it. Good experience.
Right.
Did terrible. Not a lot of box office revenue. Did okay. I mean, did okay. Overseas, it's doing very well. Then you get Transformers, a giant turd smudged in your face like this, and you're stuck with that mark forever, permanently. Makes millions and millions of dollars.
You're stuck with that Mark Wahlberg.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
Fun.
I'm going to go now. Yeah, goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye.
Yeah, we're done. We're done. Shut it down. Let's go home. Dirk Nowitzki. I think I just couldn't get past the dinosaur robot, Optimus Prime on top of a dinosaur riding him into battle. That part just really messed with my head.
Oh, the fact that it was Grimlock and Optimus working together like that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I still haven't seen it, so there could be some magical, wondrous thing that I missed, but not holding out much hope for that one.
No, me neither. Me neither. I think it's just... I just can't do it, man. I can't go sit there. Travis wants to see it, so I feel like I will see it. but I might have to have some drinks to manage it better.
Okay, understandable.
And I want to. The thing is, it's not like they discount a movie the longer it's been out. You still have to pay the full amount,
Unless you go over to Poughkeepsie and go to the movie theater that's right next to the mall.
Oh,
the old mall.
yeah. Okay.
And they have them. So just wait till it goes out there. And you can go see it for like $2.
Yeah, I will
I
probably.
waited an extra 8 months to see this movie. I am excited.
I waited till everybody got it out of their system, and I could have an experience by myself.
So you could see it on the cheap.
Well, that's actually. I saw the last film with Travis, and I think that was the film. The third one has him in college.
Yes.
Or
No.
he's
The
not.
second one
in
he's in college.
The third one's with the blonde-haired girl that
Yes.
is a Transformer, right? So I'm sitting with Travis, and we're the only two in the theater, and we think we're going to be the only two in the theater. Then this other guy shows up, and he sits in the front row, and he starts laughing at everything. And he's sitting there like this, and he turns to his back because I'm behind him, and he starts making comments on every scene of the film. So when that scene comes where the blonde girl is trying to have sex with Shia LaBeouf, he goes, "Oh, he's gonna get it! He's gonna get it!" And then there's a part where it's the obligatory. She's in a provocative pose, and he's like, "Oh, look at that!" He's like, "Look at that!" And I was like, "Yeah." And then Travis doesn't help me. He just slinks further down in his seat. And I'm on the aisle, so I can't escape. So the whole goes. So like an explosion happens. Goes, "Oh, he's dead! He's got to be dead!" He's just screaming the entire time.
That's awful.
It was hysterical, and the guy's unrelentless.
It's your own personal riff tracks, you know.
It was, but it was the same one. And then anytime anything remotely sexy happened, goes, "Oh, you're going to get it. You're going to get that." I was like, "What?" So that's my Transformers experience.
In the end, though, he was right.
Everybody did get that.
Everyone did get that, and that's the lesson and moral that you bring home from that story.
He did indeed get that.
He did indeed get that.
So yeah, that was my last Transformers experience. But I feel like now I wish that guy was just there for all the Transformers movie. So you could just be like, "He's on a dinosaur!" Just start yelling.
You should have like given him your card. Be like, "Look, I know they're going to make another one of these shitty movies. Give it a couple years. When it comes out, call me."
Yeah, be like, "Listen, I will have an investment opportunity because there's going to be at least 8 more of these before Michael Bay's done, and I want you with me for all 8.
I see the future. Big things ahead."
You need to comment on all the Transformers. You're a rising star, kid. So that's my experience, and I think I'll have that same experience with. This is 4, right?
This is 4.
You know how I know it's 4? Because they put 4 in the title.
They had to.
Thanks, Michael Bay, because I would have forgotten. Transformers, further decimating the English language.
We've had this many.
Transfivers.
Oh God, please don't, because
it's gonna have to happen. It's gonna happen. Because this one made so much money.
It's so bad that it could possibly be a real thing.
Here's the how many do you think that they'll make before they do a traditional reboot? So how many in a sequence are they going to make?
Oh, I believe that they'll never touch Transformers probably for like another 30, 40 years.
No, but I mean like in this current incarnation, because this one made money, so we can already.
Oh, you mean
we can pencil in Transformers 5?
Yes.
So will they go to 8? Like how far does this gravy train go?
Oh, I think they wanted like if anything, 2 trilogies should be fine.
So you're going all the way to 6?
Yeah, I think.
I'm gonna go Transformers 8. I want to see if they can really. And these are theatrical releases. I'm not talking straight to video. There's going to be 8 films that were theatrically released.
This is going to be like Transformers 37, Geriatrics in Disguise. It's just going to go down.
Transformers 37 is just Michael Bay talking about his ideas, or robot Michael Bay at that point.
I'm a Transformer!
Yeah. Michael Bay becomes a Transformer. He genetically modifies himself to become a Transformer, and he stars in his own films.
I believe it.
What would he be? Would he be a loud vehicle? Would he be a Maserati or a Bugatti?
No, I think when he would transform down, it would be a giant boom sign, like the ones they had in the old school comics. It would just be a floating boom sign, and then he would transform out and be like, I'm a Transformer!
And that film is only 5 minutes long. It's exactly what you just described, and that's Transformers 37.
You know, I might actually see that.
I would
That
see
actually
that.
sounds generally entertaining.
And adjusting for inflation, that'll cost us about $100 to go see that.
But worth every penny. And this is the moment on the show where we thank Michael Bay for being who he is and ruining everything, including the Ninja Turtles.
I know, that comes out too. But I imagine a world. This is my apocalypse. I know people talk about the apocalypse being fire, brimstone, everything's dead. But my apocalypse would be this. Picture in your mind. If you have to close your eyes, maybe. It is the year 2050. And this is what you hear. The Oscar goes to Transformers 30. Michael Bay! And then the world explodes.
Yeah. That's the last moment.
That's the last moment. Because
that's the last you'll hear from humanity.
When aliens come to see us, they'll see a giant hole, and in the middle of that hole, an Oscar with Transformers 30 written on it.
Just a bunch of aliens. That's it. We've had enough. You've pushed it too far.
It's ultimate sadness.
I know what I can talk about.
Yeah.
I remember that I did something recently.
Yeah, what'd you do?
I bought a PlayStation 4.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in next gen.
We had a deal, man.
I know.
We had a deal, and you broke down that deal. You broke it.
My brother texted me, and he's like, look, I'm going now. I'm going to GameStop now. Figure out, go to the store, get it. I was like, you know what? All right, let's do this. I took the plunge. The little baby sitting over here. A little PS4 controller.
Ugh.
Next gen.
In my world, my PS3 remote broke.
Wait, it's dead?
Yeah, the battery's dead.
Oh, no.
I know, I bought a wired one from GameStop, a crappy wired $20 one.
Oh.
I think I'm going to look
you know
on
what? That's your excuse so you can go next gen.
No, I can't. Even if I spent the $50 on a PS3 remote, that's not my excuse.
$20 controller to replace broken one? $400 system?
Yeah, I know. I'm going to go with the $20 controller for now. Although the buttons are weird
system.
because you know how when you're holding it, R1 and R2 are right here? Right? If just use your index for R1 or you can use it for R2. I actually have to use my middle fingers for R2 and L2 because they're so further down. They're like this compared to where the R1 and L1.
So you're like...
Yeah, my hand hurts.
That's not comfortable.
No, it's not. But I think I'm going to have to go on Amazon and find a new PS3. I don't want to pay $50.
I think I went on and I got like one for 40. So I mean,
I'm
sure
that.
you can. Yeah, 40's not bad. And I went. I've gone full blown nerd now.
Yeah.
It reduces eye strain.
Oh, Gunnar. Ooh.
This is my my first bid at becoming MLG.
You're such a nerd. You're such a nerd. Nerd.
We need a
how much
stamp that just pops up and just goes, "Douche, nerd."
How much did those cost you?
They were half off, so it was $40.
I might have to get a pair.
Yeah, it was not bad. I saw it on Groupon, so I was like, all right, I'll go for it.
Does it help your eyes out?
Well, I mean, I play video games for long stretches, and I'm usually like this while I'm playing because I'm trying to pay attention to everything. So I've noticed that I don't, like right before I go to bed, I'm not like rubbing my eyes, or I'm not like, I don't feel like I've been staring at a TV. I feel like I had glasses on my face, like I have like a little mark for my nose, but that's about it.
All right. Maybe I'll get it. Maybe I won't.
Maybe you won't. You don't know me.
I know
He's gonna get it.
And I will at some point. Virtual reality.
Yes.
I'm not a fan of it.
That was quick.
The end. Because
well,
let me back up there. Let me explain. Oculus is a system that was debuted at E3, and people were psyched about it. You put a big goofy ass headset on your head, and then you're all of a sudden they were demoing like the luge going down a mountain, and they're thinking about using it for horror survival games. And actually, you can you can use it for the Alien Isolation game, which is terrifying prospect for me. I don't want to play that game in a virtual reality setting. I don't want to play that game, period, because I don't like.
Yes.
That's going to scare me because I'm scared of stuff like that. I will admit to that. But now you're like, put this headset on, and so it feels like you're actually there. No.
Yeah, no. I mean, I have mixed emotions about it because it's such a. It's not new technology. It's just being brought better new because of like having able to do things in HD and the processing power of computers now compared to when they started doing VR technology is way beyond what it used to be. So I'm like excited for what potential it has. At the same time, we really only have the Oculus as our main go-to for any kind of VR stuff. There's a lot of upstarts that are trying to copy the same way they went into the business. And then Sony is coming out with their own version of it for the consoles, which is cool. But at the same time, I haven't seen anything. I have to touch it. I have to feel it. Otherwise, I'm just going to be like, all right, cool. It's another $300 thing that I could either A, just go with it, or B, I'm having fun with my controllers. I'll live with that.
Yeah, I'm not invested enough. I don't care.
Yeah. I mean, I have a feeling that Sony's is going to be pretty widely accepted because of the fact that their system has been selling like hotcakes. So we got systems selling like hotcakes.
I was like, what an old timey expression. Do you want the future? They're selling like hotcakes. Hotcakes.
But I mean, I like Google's approach to the whole virtual reality. They came out with Google Cardboard. It's literally just like a kit that has a couple lenses. It's a foldable piece of cardboard, and you mount your phone inside of it, and it creates a little VR headset display. And people used it at the conference, and they were just like, "I didn't think this would actually work." Like,
are you serious?
Yeah, they were like,
No,
I don't believe that this technology should be functioning, but it works, relatively fine for what it is. It's not like the future, but and you can buy the kit. I think it's like $30 or $40.
That's dumb.
It's all like perforated and everything, so you just fold it, put it together, put your phone in, and you're in the VR.
No, I'm not doing that. That's not cool. I did not. I want what I was promised in Star Trek.
It's not for people for broad use. It's more for like developers. So let's say you want to develop a virtual reality program. You don't have $3,000 to buy a developer's kit from Oculus or something like that. You can spend $40, throw your phone in it, test some stuff out, and then boom, you are a virtual reality developer on the cheap. And then you can apply that to other devices, and not cool for you.
No, wake me up when there's a holodeck, like in Star Trek Next Generation, and I can go.
Sorry, I went full nerd there.
You did go full nerd there, but I want to go punch a button. Renaissance, 1700s, and then I'm there.
All right, Jordy, calm down.
Chris, what'd you learn today?
I learned that not even seas, oceans, miles, mountains, individual passerbyers can keep us apart.
Near, far,
I knew it was going to happen. I knew it.
Wherever you are, I'm in a box on your screen, and I see you.
Brendan, what did you learn today?
I learned that despite our ability to connect with each other, Michael Bay is going to kill us all.
I'm Chris.
You're on notice, world. The destroyer is Bay, and he's hungry. I'm Brendan. Have a good week, everybody. Michael Payne's gonna kill you.